Your reactions?
Well, absolutely. And Anthony Smith Jr., as you know, is a young man in his 30s. We're trying to put our succession planning in place now. You have to recognize that we have an aging institution in terms of membership. I'm in my 50s, I have members who are in their 60s and 70s. So it's important for us to continue to attract new young talent and also capable talent, competent individuals who can help us to transition Antigua and Barbuda Party into the future. And Anthony Smith is one such individual. You recognize that within the last 18 months, the Labour Party has been attracting a lot of young talent. We've had Michael Joseph in Rural West. We've had Randy Baltimore in St. Philip's North, and several others. Even Dwayne George in St. Mary's South. So that transition is taking place, and what we're trying to do is to ensure that we have capable, young, and committed people who can continue to preside over the empowerment of the people of Antigua and Barbuda. Ultimately, what we're seeking to do is to provide resilient prosperity for all Antiguans and Barbudans. And not only to do so at this time, but to make sure that even in the future we have capable young people who can continue that job of ensuring sustainable prosperity, resilient prosperity for the people of Antigua and Barbuda.
Prime Minister, this is the first time an independent member of parliament is becoming a minister. What did you see? Why did he make that decision firstly, and why Anthony Smith? What did you see in him?
Well, from the onset, and I would have said this publicly, that he has capacity. Clearly he needs guidance and a little more training, which I believe he can get within the Antigua and Barbuda Party. The Antigua and Barbuda Party is a stable organization, a legacy institution, unlike the UPP that continues to have significant instability, and obviously is a very cannibalistic institution, so it doesn't provide the type of framework for young, capable individuals to grow and develop. And I would have even said to him privately, perhaps about 18 months ago, that he may experience difficulties developing within the UPP because of that very hostile, hateful culture, and that the Antigua and Barbuda Labour Party would provide him with the type of stability and members of the experience and the guidance to be mentors to help him to grow and develop. So after he would have experienced some difficulties in recent times, he took the decision to move to a better organization where he could grow and develop and could better service people. And what will happen to, based on the accommodation, is that part of our commitment is to accelerate the advancement of All Saints West, especially in terms of infrastructural work. So we are committed to ensuring that we put the steps in place or put all the necessary arrangements in place to ensure that we deliver on that promise. And again, you can see his commitment to the people in that he did just come and ask for a job. He says, look, he wants to be in a position to deliver for the people of All Saints West. He would have stated it in his letter as well. And with that type of alignment of service, I felt very comfortable engaging him. There is no known negative, so we don't have to go and defend any baggage. There are some who may frown on him, becoming an independent candidate and serving as a minister. But I believe he would have done so in the interests of the people of All Saints West, and ultimately would have preserved his own career based on the cannibalistic, culture that exists within the UPP.
Professor, final question. I know you have to go because there are several pictures. You said that this accommodation might lead to something else, might morph into something else in terms of working closely. More, you said a bigger nexus, a closer nexus with the ABLP going forward. What would that entail?
Well, that's the objective. I don't necessarily want to make any precise pronouncements at this point, but I know you're a very imaginative person, and the others out there who can probably figure it out. I don't want to say anything that will undermine his independence. Clearly, he's an independent member of parliament, and I know that they are opportunistic persons who are looking for the opportunity to sue to say that he's not independent. So all I'm saying at this point is that I'm quite sure that going forward there will be a closer nexus with the Labour Party, and that there will be other opportunities to be exploited.
A crucial ministry, this is final, but a crucial ministry.
Very, because you know how I feel about food security, and certainly all of my colleagues are committed. We're one of the most food insecure countries in the world, and that is an area that we have to give priority. So we'll make sure that we improve the lot of farmers, providing them with more opportunities to develop land, more incentives, more support. And we will also ensure too that they get long leases to give them some security of tenure. So he has the remit now to ensure that we get these leases going, that we provide more access roads to the farms, to provide more resources in terms of fertilizer and lighting. Basically just helping us to take agriculture to the next level so that we can increase production significantly and to address the issue of food security in a very meaningful way. You would know that even in my own personal capacity, I have taken the decision to lead by example and would have entered the farming space probably about 3 years ago. Notwithstanding all of the negativities, the castigations, I felt it was an important role for me to play, to lead by example. Not to crowd out other farmers, but to crowd them in and to encourage more investments within agriculture, because agriculture is not just about the technical aspects of farming, but you also have to attract significant investments in order to increase agriculture production. And my entry into that field or that industry was to encourage others to do likewise, because our food security is a very important area for us to prioritize at this time. So I think he's come at a time in which we're making additional resources, and he should be able to perform very well to build on the successes of Minister Green. There are already a number of plans in place, and he will now be tasked with the responsibility to execute those plans. The marine sector as well, fisheries, and even our seas in terms of carbon sequestration, and literally getting technologies to measure the amount of carbon that our seas or oceans sequester, and to monetize the carbon credits arising from the sequestration of carbon. That's an area too that he will have to look at, and we're looking at the possibility of some level of sand mining as well, to do so on a sustainable basis without any environmental impact, or if there's any, they'll be limited. So very good time for him to enter and to distinguish himself.